kindergarten unconsciousness from the darkness arena. With the three orders of the yanas established, the next stage was to allow these female energies and consciousness to create the male aspect of their orders. So it was with the consciousness of Prime Creator that all of these females collectively brought their male counterpart into existence. From there, both male and female yanas thought everything else into existence, starting with the three voids. Then came the hundreds of billions of absolutums, each one containing hundreds of billions of universes. 950 billion years later, there came into existence a group known as the Templar. Some non-melanated humanoids came together and decided they would all lie about the creation and reverse the melanin to whiteness instead, female sexual energy to male, and the spiral curve into the square instead. This group became known as the Fallen Angels and took on the name Templars, vowing to be an enemy to Prime Creator and to its creation. Today, this group has taken on the name of Knights Templars and houses itself in 3 locations at one time. These locations are in the power structures of the United States, Britain, and the state of Israel as the 51st state of the United States. In the Western world, this group, with its highly worshipped double cross of consciousness, is known as the Illuminati when one blends the Order of the Knights of Malta as its twin. The United States has a worldwide reputation of having the worst taste due to voting for color or the lack thereof, and not for qualification. I am here calling for the next United States president to be a female, one by the name of Michelle Obama. What this Illuminati group, which controls the power structure of the Western world, is hiding is the fact that for 560 million years, this female planet, located in a female universe, inside of a female creation.
See, that's what I be telling you guys about. When I tell you that we are all encapsulated in the universal uterus known as Heteru. Now listen to what he said. Listen to what he says. It's the same exact thing I've been telling you all the time. Listen.
To be a female, one by the name of Michelle Obama. What this Illuminati group, which controls the power structure of the Western world, is hiding is the fact that for 560 million years, this female planet, located in a female universe, inside of a female creation.
Okay, he said a female planet located is wait a minute, a female planet, female location. All this stuff right here is what I'm saying to you about dimensions inside of dimensions inside of dimensions, where they show you the parallel existence of all that, all shaped as a uterus. That's what the Egyptians always did in stone. They showed you from one woman's vagina to another woman's vagina to another woman's vagina. This is how all our dimensions encapsulate each other. That's why I call them universal uteruses. When a plant comes out of the ground, it spirals up through a hole. When you put a seed back into the ground, you put it into a hole. When a seed falls from the fruit that it's inside of, it comes through a hole. A seed itself creates a hole to push its anchor roots out to anchor into the ground before it spirals out, just like he said, the female curve. All that I call spiral. So don't let the words throw you off. He utilizes different arrangement of word formatting to describe the same action. I call it spiraling. I call it the same movements that go on when you're making love. He called it the female curve. That's still a description of a spiral. So don't get off point. What I'm saying, and I'm sure what this scholar is saying, is that our whole universe is comprised of female sexual energy. That is the female sexual energy when you was a kid growing up and you watched your sister moving her hips around and your grandmother on the porch tell her, stop doing that, stop doing that. Grandma didn't understand. She was in that Christian church and they was telling her that that was being devilish and ungodly for a woman to gyrate her hips like that. But that is reenacting the whole movement of creation and destruction. Or I should say creation and recreation. That's what that's all about. That's what a man and woman do when they have their love making moments. All right. So our universe is synonymous and shows us constantly all the time that we are in a sexual embrace with our universe all the time. And this sexual embrace is a feminine sexual embrace because of the fact that from the female comes the male, who himself is comprised of two polarities, one male, one female polarity that are complementary yet opposites. If you don't look at it the right way, if you see that in the form of duality, that's what you will see. And that's what done happened to us from going to Western schools. But if you see it as the way it's supposed to be, what it is that you are one that can, like any cell, be divided into two, move apart. But here's what's unique about that. You can always return to each other and form again. Unlike most cells, once they divide and move apart, what they do is grow and then divide again, never to return to each other. And this is what's funny, or if they do return to each other, they return to each other in a method that's naked and unseen to our human senses. But my point being is that with the man and the woman, we forget that we have both polarities inside of us. And that's how we end up becoming stagnant, because we as men, more than anyone, turn our women's side off. And that's a problem too, because the white man knows the power of every true man lies in his female power. They know that. And that's the reason why they come at you and try to tell you from a kid, that ain't being tough, you supposed to be macho, you got to stick your chest out and knock people down, to throw you off. Because while you're busy being that brute, you're not developing intelligence. And he's made a jail for your ass, where nowadays you can just push somebody and it's a felony, you can go to prison. So all this stuff is to manipulate your mind and just screw up a world and set it up where you see her, got her hand up to her mouth. Shh. See, she telling me, shut up. See? Because she know I'm telling you the truth. They have used everything about our natural cosmic makeup as a vantage point for them by turning it off or either turning too much of it on. Let me explain to you what I mean. They gonna tell you that you're not a man and a woman. They gonna say, since you got a phallus, that makes you just a man. But wait a minute. How can that be true if you came out of a woman? See, if I was made inside of a woman, that means that everything that's a part of my materialism came from a female, which means it must be female materialism. Those are the demonstration of how all manifestations create all throughout the universe. So there's no creation in this universe that's not feminine. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. See, this is what we've been missing because of these white men. And they come out here and they know that the black woman is the goddess. Because you can look into black ass space and look at black ass space and say, okay, I'm looking right into God's pussy. But see, God don't have a pussy. So you would have to say, I'm looking right into God's dick. But you can't look into God's dick. The right way to say it would be, I'm looking right up into the cavity of my creator goddess. I'm looking into the vagina space The whole universe is nothing but a big ass cosmic pussy. And you're gonna have to understand that, because when you put that back on track, you end up understanding the reality and the truth behind this blackness and this feminine gender being the goddess which encompasses all. So we're not gonna be like no white people and give you a big ass dick with one little wrap, a coochie around it, when the big ass dick itself had to come out of the coochie. See, it's this brainwashing right here that they make sure that this woman will be pushed behind Barack Obama, and you never hear anything from her, because that's how they get down. But you could look at that right there, and you can see that face, and you could know what's going on there. This is some shit that will be reckoned with. You understand? You see, this white man right here, I'm saying in general, they're going to have to stop trying to push, you feel me, these beautiful essences of God creation, where they don't have nothing to say or don't be seen. Just give me a baby and hush. Alright, that's why the world is decayed. That is precisely why. I just wanted to share that with you, alright? Okay, let's go.
And its inner world for this period of 560 million years, and on its inner world, located in a female universe, inside of a female creation, ran a spacecraft civilization on its surface and its inner world for this period of 560 million years, and on its inner world it continues. This diabolical Illuminati group is promoting its own female member, Hillary Clinton, for the seat of United States President, which it controls like a puppet on a string. I am saying sever one's ties to this demonic Zionist warmongering puppet master and let it die alone in its own filth.
Look at that. Look at that evil ass face. Look at it. Just look at it. This is why we're all broke. Okay, this is why you guys will walk past and watch a black man digging in the garbage can and call the police on him. Because these greedy, selfish bastards right here with their champagne drinking asses, see, you don't see me sitting around enjoying none of these fine luxuries of life. Even though I have power to talk things into manifestation, do you see me running trying to get me the best room at the hotel? Do you see me trying to jump around in bed with all the prostitutes or all the other men I can find? They done taught us all that shit. They done taught people that it's alright for men to fuck each other. See, that's the reason they just passed, they're trying to pass that shit all over the country. Alright? This is evil. You can look at it and see it's evil. Okay? His ass has no melanin. He look as close to a damn snake or a reptile as you can imagine. Okay? There they go on the phone all the time doing shit all over the planet to make sure that they filthy asses can stay rich. They do not care if all of this much over here of the earth dies in decay. They will all congratulate themselves and hide in this little area and then turn on each other and kill each other because of their still same greed. They done fucked all this up over here and made it desert. Alright, we all in the desert cannibalizing each other and shit. They done built their strong home here, just like the honeycomb and that crazy movie with the lady Laura Croft. What is that called? Evil Dead. What is it? You know what I'm talking about? That movie when they be down in the ground and all those zombies be trying to eat them. You know what I'm saying? Not Laura Croft. Anyway, I ain't gonna waste a lot of time on that. They made one movie with Mike Epps in it, right? Anyway, these guys all be hanging their ass here, warring with each other now because they done destroyed everything else and that greed is still turned on full speed. They done took a whole bunch of little gangster policemen with them and they built fences, went